So, if you clicked on this video, then obviously you know why you're here. I know why you're here. This is a video about experiencing a breakup as a boy, as a man. And one of the main reasons why I decided to do this video is because I obviously experienced a breakup relatively recent, and this one was so much more painful than all the other ones that I experienced. But I'm a much older man now, and I wanted to showcase how I deal with it in hopefully a relatively positive way. Now, I was on YouTube looking at videos of how to deal with heartbreak and stuff like that, and the overwhelming majority of the videos that I came across were of women, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, so this is something that we all go through, but it isn't being represented, equally among, races and genders and stuff like that. So I wanted to provide, this video for boys and young men and men to see it and hopefully learn how to navigate their feelings and things to do and things not to do. Most of the video is going to be about me and my experiences. I'm not going to speak on her too much, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not going to put any of her personal business out there, because at the end of the day, she's still an amazing woman, and she positively changed my life in so many ways. So shout out to her for that. I still love her and I still miss her, you know what I'm saying? But I just had to go through certain things, to learn that we may not have been as compatible as I initially thought, But again, you're going to see, originally this was going to be 3 months, because I had saw a girl's video and she did it for 3 months. But I decided that, no, I think I'm going to do 30 days, and I'm going to record a video every single day. Like, I literally recorded a video that night and the day after the breakup. So yeah, I want you guys to see it. You're going to see the good, the bad, the ugly. I don't want you guys to, turn cold when it comes to love again. I don't want you guys to get mean. I don't want you guys to get rude. I don't want you guys to become incels or anything like that. So hopefully you watch this video and you learn how to cope with these feelings and embrace these feelings and deal with it in a positive way. Because regardless if you have other men or other people like out telling you to, just suck it up and keep it in and stuff like that, that's not the case. That's not healthy. One thing I also say is I did go through therapy, and I'm still in therapy to help me navigate those emotions along with a lot of other emotions. So it's more than just watching a YouTube video, and it's more than just confronting the pain. I definitely recommend therapy for everybody as well. But yeah, so let's get into it. Listen, man, I want everybody out there to know that it is okay to start over. It is okay for new beginnings. It is okay to create a clean slate and reset. You know what I'm saying? When life, ain't really lifing, it's okay to take a few steps back and jump into some new shit. You know what I'm saying? Start everything over, explore some new things. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got a clear mind. Make sure you got a clear head. Make sure you got some clear skin. You know what I'm saying? Prioritize your mental health, prioritize your emotional health, your physical health, and everything. And just feel good, feel good, look good, and do what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? Life is a beautiful thing. It's full of a whole array of opportunities. So just take advantage of them. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, have fun, be blessed. Most importantly, be blessed. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to y'all. I just want to say one thing. Men, I want to talk to the men, like men out there, right? We need to learn how to be accountable for our faults. If there's something, if there are character traits about us, if there are behaviors and attitudes about us that are unattractive and unappealing, then we need to face that, you know what I'm saying? And we need to stop looking at ourselves as victims because, our friends, families, and loved ones don't want to deal with the BS. You know what I'm saying? Because in retrospect, you wouldn't want to deal with that BS in other people. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us, we need to take a long look in the mirror, figure out, what's wrong with us and do better. You know what I'm saying? And obviously this isn't limited to men, but I just want to speak to the men specifically because sometimes we have a hard time of analyzing ourselves and calling ourselves out. So, recognize your faults, work on them, be better, do better, know better. Be blessed. So I want to talk to the boys and young men real quick, right? Please stop doing lame shit after a breakup, okay? I understand that breakups suck. It's one of the worst things you could possibly experience, right? Nobody likes going through them, right? But it is part of life. You know what I'm saying? You're going to experience it. So if you're going to experience it, at least experience it in the right way or a healthy way, right? Sometimes people just don't work out. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I know this is easier said than done, but you got to suck it up and you got to move on. But don't do lame shit. Like if you know your ex was smart, kind, loving, nurturing, supportive, and all that good stuff, then keep it that way. Don't hop online or go to friends and start throwing salt on their name. That's not them. Don't let breakups get you out of character. You know what I'm saying? Just boss up, work on yourself, and move on. Love. Hey, y'all. So, it's only been a few days. And I kind of had like a mental breakdown. And I just got up and I went to the barber and I cut my hair. I had been growing locks for 17 years and I cut that. And so that's gone. And I went to a tattoo removal place and I started the first session to get rid of this. And I signed up for the Navy Reserves. I'm kind of lost. But I don't know what else to do. I feel like an empty vessel, you know? Just moving, living with no purpose. And it's scary because, you know, people tell us all the time, like, you shouldn't give so much of yourself to someone, right? But, like, how can you not? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're in love, when you're really, truly in love, like, how can you not just pour everything you got into them, you know? And I did my best. I tried everything. I gave everything I possibly could give. But it wasn't enough. Then that's okay. So yeah. It's not easy, man. It's not easy having this, you know, being separated from someone that you really saw your future with, you know? Someone that you woke up in the morning and spoke to, and someone you spoke to right before you went to sleep and you wanted to see every day and spend every moment with, you know? It's like having a piece of you taken that you're probably never going to get back, you know? And we all know things will get better. Well, at least that's what we tell ourselves. But we know things will get better and we'll be okay, you know? But it's one thing to say that, but it's another thing to believe it, you know? And I keep waiting to get that call, that text, that DM. And it doesn't come. And then I start to think, like, did you even love me at all, you know? Or did you love me even a fraction of how much I loved you? And then, we start to question our worth, you know. Like, is there something wrong with us? Like, if we're unlovable or something like that, right? And then we know we're not perfect, right? But we're good, right? Or at least good enough, right? And then you wonder, like, are they even thinking about you? Like, do they miss you? Do they want you? Is this a breakup? Is this a space thing? Is it temporary? Is it permanent? And then you don't know, and you never get those answers. Sorry about that train in the back. But it hurts. And I wouldn't wish this pain on anybody. And I haven't been eating barely. I'm losing weight and stuff like that. And it's just like, I'm not myself. I'm not myself without her. And I miss her so much. I gotta stop. I'll come back. Listen, man. I want every boy out there, I want every young man out there, grown man, just men in general, to understand that it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. In fact, it's actually healthy to cry. If you're hurt, if you're heartbroken, if you're neglected, if you feel abandoned, if you feel stressed out, if you feel overwhelmed, whatever it is you're going through, I want y'all to know that it's okay to cry. You are not weak because you're crying. This is a human emotion. This is part of the human experience. And sometimes you have so much built inside of you that you just have to let it out, So it's okay to cry, man. It's okay. Just let it out. Yeah, that's all I want to say. Love. Sometimes so my target audience is men and my target audience is boys, right? Sometimes I just want to tell the men out there and the boys out there that no matter what you're going through, everything is going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're spiritual or religious or whatever it is, as long as you do your meditation, as long as you do your prayer, as long as you work on yourself and do things that keep you happy and keep you healthy, it's going to be okay. No matter what it is, you're going to make it through the other side. It might take a week, a couple of days, it might take a month, it might even take a couple of years. But as long as you keep your mind right and you stay on course, everything's going to be all right. So believe in yourself, believe in your God or gods or your spirits or whatever it is, and stay on course, and everything will be okay. Love. Do you ever feel like you are a good man, right? You feel as though you're a decent man, but you might not necessarily be as good, as decent, as honorable, as respectful, as caring, as emotionally intelligent, as amazing as you think you are about yourself? Like, do you ever feel as though there's an aspect of narcissism or stubbornness or pride or ego that makes you overvalue how you are? You know what I'm saying? Like, those are real and honest questions, because it's one way for you to think of yourself, but it's another way of all your friends and family and loved ones and peers to think of you. Maybe there's a disconnect. I have no answers to that. Sometimes it's just something that I think about, like, am I as good as what I really think I am? And I think we all should think about that. So here I am, just catching up with y'all. And it sucks, because, you know, you guys separated for whatever reason you separated for, you know, for whatever mistakes, you know, that were made. And you keep thinking about going back in time, or thinking about, if I had did this differently, if I had said that differently, if I had thought this differently, you know what I'm saying? Or handled that particular argument, you know, better. You think about all those things, you know what I'm saying? And then another layer of it that just sucks even more is like the stuff that happens after the breakup, and the mistakes that are made after the breakup. Like I did something so stupid, you know. I thought that it would have been a good idea to move on quickly, you know, find somebody else, and you know, try to not necessarily use them, but, you know, use them to help me get over, you know, the other individual. And that's so unhealthy. That is so toxic, you know. And it didn't do anything for me, because I still feel empty. I still feel broken. I don't want to be with anybody. I don't want to do anything with anybody. I don't want to be laid up. I don't want to be kissing. I don't want to be having sex. I don't want to, there's nobody on my mind but her. All day, every day. And it sucks even more because, like, I had developed such a strong relationship with her family as well. And they were so loving and so kind and so welcoming. Especially her dad. You know, I lost my dad a few years ago. And I remember a specific conversation that I had with him where he referred to me as his son. And I felt that. I believed that. Because he reminds me of my dad. And then here I am feeling like I lost 2 dads. Because she's no longer in my life. I'm not even a crying ass dude, man. But again, you know, today is a new day. And all you can do is take one day at a time. I'm getting a little bit better though, you know, still going out, still playing sports, still, you know, running 5Ks and stuff like that. You know, healthy habits to help you, you know, move on, or keep yourself occupied. She still hasn't reached out to me though. You know, I've sent text messages when I shouldn't. I've called when I shouldn't. I've sent DMs when I shouldn't. I've sent emails when I shouldn't. But I'm coming to terms with this finally. Yeah. But in a weird way. Doesn't it kind of feel good to feel this? To be this passionate about something, to be this emotional about something, right? Like, it reminds you of what it feels like. Because, you know, I've been through breakups before, you know. And, you know, once you get over, you know that you're going to get over it, and you know things are going to be fine. But it kind of feels good to just feel these moments and feel these emotions. You know, it's part of the human experience. Yeah, but I'm just checking in with y'all. Listen, y'all, I'm fine. I know y'all been seeing me post some rather sad and depressing, stuff lately. Because I was going through something, understandably so. We all go through stuff. But, I just had a moment. And every now and then, we're all going to have those moments. But overall, I'm good. I'm fine. I just wanted to check in and let y'all know, saying thank you for all your kind words. Thank you for everything you've been saying and the support y'all been sending me. Thank you so much. I love y'all for all that. But overall, I'm good. I know I'm going to be fine. I know everything's going to be okay. And anybody that's reading this who connected with my content, I hope you connect with this as well. You're going to be fine. You're going to be okay. Like I said, like I keep saying, just take one day at a time, 1 second at a time. Keep moving forward. Keep your faith up, praying to whoever you believe, and you're okay. So yeah, shout out to you. Shout out to yourself. Shout out to me. Shout out to all of us. And have a beautiful day. And keep your head up. That's all I want to say. Love. So here's another update. So I've already begun to like detach certain things, like removing certain posts, on the internet of us, and deleting certain albums, certain shared notes and shared stuff, not the pictures though. Not the pictures. I haven't deleted the pictures. But and I have so many of her clothes. I don't know if I should keep them. I don't know if I should give them. She told me to keep them, but I don't know if I should give them back because I can't keep looking at them. And I have a picture of her, a physical picture of her that I'm hiding right now, so I don't stumble across that. But sometimes I feel like this is going to be impossible because like my favorite genre of music in the world is Afrobeats, and I'm a piano, right? And every song reminds me of her. It reminds me of her voice. It reminds me of her smile. It reminds me of her touch and her scent. Everything reminds me of her. And I've tried moving on. I went on a date earlier today. And it was the worst date I've ever been on in my entire life. And the girl, she was beautiful. She was amazing. She was smart. There's nothing to her. This isn't a knock at her. But she's just not my ex. I didn't want to be there. It felt wrong. I didn't feel comfortable. I'm not that type of dude that's like for the streets, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the guy that wants to go home to his girl, that wants to go home to his wife and spend every second, minute, hour, day, week, month, year with his wife. And another layer that makes all of this so sucky is when I think about the relationship ending. And And I don't know if this is self-loathing or pity, but I know it was my fault. No, there was no cheating, no infidelity, no disrespect, but it's just a few things that I have to work on. Me, me to become a better person. And I've already known that I've done too much damage, that irreparable damage. I already know, toward the end of the relationship and even after the relationship, I know that I've done things that are just so stupid and so unattractive. I know that my actions led her to lose that emotional connection and that attraction toward me. I know what I've done. And I keep beating myself up over it. I know I shouldn't. I know I should just look in the mirror and accept it for what it is. Don't repeat it, but learn from it and make myself a better person for the next person. But there's still like a small percentage, a small fraction of me that's like, Julian, maybe there's still hope. And it's sad because I started making certain changes for myself, to be more appealing for her, to her. And I started making certain changes so I can reintroduce myself to her. But that's not right either. That's not healthy either. I need to be making changes for myself, to make myself a better person, to make myself a better man. Because you don't want to do all these things for somebody else and then you reintroduce yourself and then you still get rejected, The part of breakups are not meant for you to do that. You just have to accept it for what it is and do better for you and for the next person. But yeah, I just wanted to give y'all that update. Yeah. I'm getting a little bit better. I'm blessed to have a really strong support system, like loving family and kind and supportive friends. She still hasn't reached out though, And even if she did, I don't know what I would say. I don't know if I would be receptive of it. I don't know if I would fuck up. I don't know if I would say something stupid or not. I don't know. This shouldn't happen to people who are in love. If you say you love someone and if you say you're going to be by their side forever, that's how it should be. She was my friend. She was my best friend. She was my lover. She was my family. She was my everything. And now I feel like nothing. And it's my fault. Fuck. I'm done. And certain things aren't adding up now, Like I know I wasn't the perfect boyfriend. I know I wasn't the perfect man, right? But I was an honest man. I was a loyal man. I was a committed man. I was a caring man. I was a patient man. I was loving. I was a nurturing man. I think I already said that. I was a provider. I did a lot of things right. A lot of things right. I did most things right. And the things that I did wrong, it wasn't a matter of infidelity. It wasn't a matter of cheating or disrespect or anything like that. It was some character flaws that I needed to work on, that I'm still working on. But I don't think it was worth breaking up over. I mean, obviously this is my perspective, and anybody can break up with anybody for any reason. But do I think the reason was a good reason? No. I don't think I deserved that. I don't think I deserved to feel that. I don't think I deserved to have gone through that and experienced that. There are certain things that you would expect to go through with your partner. You know what I'm saying? Like if she was going through what I was going through, I would still be there. I would still hold her hand. I would still rock with her through that, you know? It's like when I date as if we're married. You know what I'm saying? Like for better or for worse, till death does us apart, right? And if I say I'm committed to you, then I'm going to stick with you through the good and the bad, through you at your highest and through you at your lowest. And I was at my lowest. And she abandoned me. I wasn't right. You don't do that to people. If you love somebody, you hold them down. I don't know. It's just, time apart has been giving me the space to really think. Do I even want that back? Because if we do get back together, what's going to stop her from doing it again? What's going to stop it from happening again? I deserve better than that. I do. I don't know, I'm just having an epiphany right now. Yeah. But just checking in with y'all, because some time has passed, and I'm starting to look at things a little bit different now. I'm a good man. I'm a great man. Yeah, I'll check in with y'all. And certain things are starting to make a little more sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I keep saying, the situation that we had, it wasn't a matter of infidelity. It wasn't a matter of cheating. It wasn't a matter of disrespect or emotional, physical, mental abuse or anything of that. It was something that I was dealing with personally. You know what I'm saying? Something that I needed to work on. But it was one of those scenarios where if your partner is working on something like that, then you should stand by their side. You should rock with them. But my ex, she chose otherwise. She chose to break it off with me. She chose to leave me, in a situation, And all of that is coming to me now. It's a realization that coming to me now to where I didn't deserve that. And nobody deserves that. If you're dating someone, if you're loving someone, if you're married to someone, if you're engaged to someone, whoever it is, whoever you're dealing with, certain battles that they go through, certain struggles that they go through, you're supposed to be by their side, And everything is starting to make sense to me to where I didn't deserve that. I deserve better than that. I deserve someone who will hold my hand and rub my back and stay with me when I go through these certain journeys. And it's getting me to the point to where even if she did reach out to me, would I even want to make things work? And I don't think I would. Because if you did it once, then what's going to stop you from doing it twice or a third time? You deserve someone that will be committed to you for better or for worse. Whether you're a man or whether you're a woman or whatever it is you identify as. You deserve that. And even if you have somebody in your ear, whether it's friends or family or whatever, that's telling you otherwise or whatever it is, understandably so, you should be able to make that decision on your own. You should be able to look at your partner and weigh the pros and the cons and make that decision on your own. Do you want to stick it out with them or not? And me coming to terms with that is so refreshing. That I was myself to you, for better or for worse. And you decided to abandon me. And again, I'm not talking trash. I'm not talking down, because she's still an amazing person. But being presented with a situation like that, and then you make that particular decision, that just lets me know that this was inevitable. Whether we continue to date for another 5 or 10 years, or we got married for 5 or 10 years from now, then it's letting me know that you would have made the same decision then that you made now. And I don't want that. I don't want a conditional life. I want someone to love me the way that I love them. And if you were going through what I was going through, then I would have stayed with you. It's just interesting because I'm coming to this realization weeks after the fact. That I'm finding my strength, I'm finding my confidence, I'm finding my realization that I didn't deserve that. So yeah, just another update. Yeah, good night. So tonight is particularly hard. I just had an anxiety attack a few minutes ago. You know, when your body starts getting hot and your heart starts racing and your breathing starts to get uncontrollable, it took me over. Because I'm worried. I'm worried about if I'll ever talk to her again, if I'll ever see her again, if we'll ever be friends again. I'm worried. I'm picturing her moving on, and I'm not even going to go into detail about what I'm picturing. But yeah, it's tough. But you know, whenever you have an anxiety attack or a panic attack, you gotta take some deep breaths, drink some water. You know, if you have a stress ball or something you can hold on to, use it. I'll be fine though. I'll be fine. Just checking in with y'all. Yeah. It's literally insane how someone can destroy you. Literally tear your life upside down, neglect you, abandon you, quite literally ruin you, and then judge you by for how you deal with that pain. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, of course I'm frantic. Of course I'm losing my mind. Of course I'm reaching out to you. Of course I'm trying to figure this shit out. Of course I'm trying to fix it because I'm hurting. Like, the least that you can do is be understanding of why that person is reacting the way they're reacting. That's the least that you can do. So, yeah, you may be getting frustrated because, how this person is handling this. But put yourself in their shoes. Imagine how much their world feels shattered right now. Just something to think about. One thing that really, really upsets me, kind of pisses me off, is when people judge your actions after a breakup or during a breakup, like not even realizing that you are not in the right emotional state or the right mental state. Like you are broken, you are hurt, you are frantic, your anxiety is through the roof. Like everything that could possibly be going wrong with you internally is happening all at once. So of course you're not going to be necessarily making the best or wise decisions. Like, of course, you know what I'm saying? And we all should keep that in mind, when we see somebody overreacting, like, hey, we know that they're in a frantic state right now, so let's just be a little more understanding, you know? That should be a given. That should be an absolute given. Like, just, don't use that as an excuse to, like, be violent or dangerous or something. But for other things, it's like, well, you know what, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I mean, it should be understandable. It should, in my personal opinion. Especially when it's dealing with someone that, like, you obviously were head over heels in love with and would do anything for and did do anything for and kind of now would still do absolutely anything for. You know what I'm saying? Like, come down, I don't know. It's just, some stuff just ain't cool, man. It's just like, we got to learn how to be less judgmental. Just as partners and as a society, we got to be less judgmental of people's emotional state and people's mental state. Because, we all have our battles. We all go through what we go through. And we all deal with it in different ways. So the least we can do is just be understanding. That's all I wanted to say. Yeah. So I feel great today. I feel good today. It's been a few weeks, and my desire to reach out to her is starting to lessen. My desire to go to her page, see what she's up to, is getting a little bit less, and I feel a little bit better. That pain isn't there, at least not now. I mean, it does come and go in waves, but it's been a few days now since my last wave, and I'm feeling good, man. I'm just recording this so I can look back on it and remember and see that I am gonna be okay, and things are already getting better. But yeah, I just wanted to check in with y'all. But yeah, shout out. So I'm having a moment right now where, separation provides clarity. You be able to think of things that in a different light. You know what I'm saying? And I'm slowly starting to remember certain things that happened that should not have happened. Certain things that were said that shouldn't have been said. Certain things that were done that shouldn't have been done, And it puts everything into a new light, that this relationship wasn't as perfect as I thought it was, And obviously I was blinded by it at the time because you're just so, consumed with love and stuff at the time. But now that those feelings are starting to subside, I'm starting to remember a lot of shit that happened. Like, it wasn't as perfect as I thought it was. And she did a lot of shit, And again, I'm not talking trash about her. I'm not gonna do that. That's just not me. But it's just, I'm thinking about a lot of things that happened that should not have happened. And I don't want that. I don't want that. Even if she did reach out, even if we did, become, friends again on speaking terms, I don't want that. Because she tried me on a lot of things. And I just let that shit rock. Nah, I ain't going out like that. I'm not going out like that. I can't go out like that. But yeah, it's just, that's the beautiful thing about separation. Like, you start to see things in a new light. But yeah, I just wanted to fill y'all in about that. Yeah. I'm no longer sad, I'm no longer mad, and I'm no longer beating myself up. The only thing that I will say is I'm a little upset with myself that I allowed myself to get that lost in somebody. You know what I'm saying? To where I gave so much of my love to somebody that I didn't have any love left over for myself. You know what I'm saying? I've never been that way. I've never done that before. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think anybody should do that. You know? Like, I just been tossing and turning and crying and all this type of stuff. Like, why doesn't this person want me back as much as I want them? Why doesn't this person love me? Questioning if this person even loved me. But I needed to stop doing that. I needed some time apart so I could get my head right and realize that wasn't good for me. You know what I'm saying? That situation, the relationship was good. You know what I'm saying? It was an amazing relationship, right? But me, the way I handled that, it wasn't good. Obviously, I needed to get it out of my system, and we all need to get it out of our system, right? But the lesson learned here is to don't lose yourself trying to love someone. And I'm finally starting to come to terms with that. Like, I'm a young guy, I'm a handsome guy, I have a great job, I have a great house, I have a great family, I have great friends, I have a lot of good stuff going for me. And I should have never lost sight of that. I should have never lost sight of that. And I'm finally starting to see all the good things for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm finally getting my mind and my heart and my body and my spirit ready to move on and find new love again. You know what I'm saying? My life was great before her. My life was great during her. And my life is going to continue to be great after her. And all I can do now, and all I should do now, is just pray. Pray for myself, pray for her, that she has an amazing life. You know what I'm saying? And nothing but great things happen. I'm not going to wish any ill on her or whatever. Part of me still wants to be friends. I mean, if we can, become friends again, it's cool. We can do it. We'll chop it up, yank, yank. You know? But as of now, I'm good if we do. I'm good if we don't. And it just took me some time to realize that, to get back to that. Yeah. So, just checking in with y'all. And it is absolutely insane how our brains work or don't work whenever we're in a relationship or whenever we're in love or whenever we're attached to somebody. Because there are so many things that I pushed to the back of my memory, so many things that I repressed, things that should not have happened, things that should not have been said, and things that I tolerated that I should not have tolerated. There's absolutely no way that she loved me. There's no way that she was in love with me, because so many things happened. And again, I will own up to all my faults. I know I was not perfect. But when it comes to the core values, the core principles of like a relationship, about treating someone right, being honest with someone, being loyal, being committed, being nurturing, providing, and honest, and just stuff like that, that was there, at least from me. But it wasn't necessarily the same on both sides. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not talking trash. It's just stuff that I'm noticing that is hitting now because of the separation that we have. Like, I'm able to acknowledge it now. And it's helping me with my process of detachment. It's helping me with my process of moving on. Because a lot of that stuff, if we were still together, it would have reared its ugly head a year from now, 2 years from now, a decade from now. It was inevitable, And I want everybody out there that's listening to me to understand that, like, relationships ending is just part of life, man. It's inevitable. You're going to experience it, you know what I'm saying? And it sucks, and it hurts, and it's painful. But throughout time, you will heal, and you will move on, and you will see things in a whole new light. And I'm seeing stuff in a whole new light now. And I'm so thankful for the experience. I'm so thankful for, the good times we had. She's still an amazing person. And again, I've said this 100 times, like, we can still be friends and stuff like that. But as for like romantic interest and lifelong partner, I don't think it's there. It's not there. It's not there. You know. Like again, like you guys, man, you deserve to be loved the way you wanted to be loved. You know. And I wasn't. I settled for a few things that I should not have settled for. You know. But yeah, it's just I'm starting to feel better again. You know, I'm starting to feel my confidence again. I'm starting to feel my self-esteem again. Everything is coming back. My power is coming back. And it's amazing. And if you're watching this and you're going through the same thing, your power will come back to you. You know? So you guys have a beautiful and a blessed day. Yeah. So a little over a month. Something happened today where her and I needed to communicate with each other. I saw her name pop up on my phone, and then we got on the phone, and every bit of feelings that I thought I had lost came running right back. Like the moment I heard her voice, like the moment I saw her name pop up on my phone, I was like, oh my God. But I kept it cool. I kept it calm. I kept my composure for the most part. Didn't overreact or be a little too anxious for the most part. But I just overestimated, you know, how far along I was. But I don't feel a need to cry or anything. I don't feel a need to sob. It's just reminds me that this stuff sucks, man. And it's gonna take some time, you know. Yeah, just wanted to check in and let y'all know that this journey is still far from over, but it is possible. Just gotta keep your head up and take one day at a time, and stay on course. Yeah, that's it, bro. Relationships can be absolutely terrifying, and I'll tell you why. Right? Because you can completely devote yourself to someone that you lose yourself in them. You know what I'm saying? To where you put their needs and their wants and their desires before your own on a day-to-day basis, right? Like, I'm starting to really remember how much I was investing in her, how much I was doing for her, while kind of like neglecting things like for me. You know what I'm saying? And again, this isn't a shot at her. This is actually a shot at myself. Like, I should have never been doing that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like it was destined to fail because of how much I was doing and at my own expense, right? And it's just scary. It's healthy that I can peep that now and I can recognize that now, so I don't repeat those mistakes in the future, you know, with somebody else. But it's just, again, you know, time apart is making me see a lot of things clearer, and I'm feeling a little bit better about, you know, how things are now. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. It was fun while it lasted, and now I'm moving on to something new, something different, something bigger, something better for me. But yeah, man, it's just, this stuff takes time. You know, and as long as you just keep working on yourself on a day-to-day basis, one day at a time, then you'll get all the clarity that I've gotten, and that I will continue to get. So yeah, just checking in with y'all. Shout out. And I love y'all. Y'all love me. We love each other. Like, let's keep the love alive, my boy. Yeah. So today is, or at least right now, is especially tough. I'm having random flashbacks, things we did together, conversations we had. And my anxiety hasn't kicked in all the way, but I feel it creeping back right now. I can't even give you guys a number on how many bad decisions I've made when it comes to this situation. it's like I just keep fucking up, keep fucking up, keep fucking up, keep fucking up, keep fucking up. It's like I just can't stop fucking up. And I don't know why. Maybe I lack discipline, I don't know. But today is tough, man. Today is tough, because again, almost all of this is my fault. I keep telling myself to stop beating myself up. But it's kind of hard to, you know. So yeah, I know I'm gonna get through this. And I'm still working through it. It is what it is, though. Yeah. I start to question if I even want to continue doing this, if I even want to upload this. And I'm not sure, because part of me feels as though there's no need to do this anymore now that I'm already moving on and detaching myself, you know. But then another part of me feels though, I mean, I should do this particularly for the other, you know, people, and particularly boys and men that are experiencing this, to let them know that, you know, you will be okay and you will get over it. I mean, I still do have those brief moments of where, you know, I think of her and, you know, I miss her and whatnot, and I want to reach out to her. And, but I got to tell you guys, man, don't reach out. Do not reach out. You got to remain, you know, in no contact, and respect their wishes and respect their boundaries. Do not reach out. But yeah, just checking in. I feel good. I feel better. You know, I'm not waking up with anxiety anymore. I'm not going to sleep with anxiety anymore. I'm not constantly worried about what is she doing, what if she's doing this, you know what I'm saying, yada, yada, woo, woo. I'm just living my life, taking, you know, one day at a time. But things are good. Things are good. And I can't even remember the last time I cried, to be honest with you. So that's a good thing. But yeah, I will check in with you guys. Hey, so I'm checking again. Today hasn't been easy. Last night I decided to finally take the initiative to start deleting pictures. And I didn't have the strength to delete them. So I decided just to put them in like a hidden folder, right? So that I don't stumble across them, because that's exactly what happened on Snapchat. I was looking at some old Snapchat memories, and something popped up. So I was like, you know what, let me prevent this from happening in the future. So I'm looking at all these pictures and all these videos, and I'm organizing them to make sure I don't stumble across them. And then I went to sleep. And then I woke up in the middle of the night because I had a dream about her. And in that dream, my deepest, darkest fear came true. And then I woke up, and my anxiety has been on 10 all day. Every single time I think that I'm making progress, which I am making progress, but it's never as much progress as I think it is. You know, I just keep relapsing. But yeah, it is what it is. Just another day, one day at a time. So, today's a good day. I'm getting ready right now to go, you know, on a little date with some friends, you know, a friend date and whatnot. And then, you know, just to get some things off my mind. You know, I'm just checking in with y'all, you know. I'm getting better. Things are getting better, you know. I mean, I'm past the sadness, and I'm past the anger, and I'm past the, you know, making excuses. right now, I just want peace. I want peace for me. I want peace for her. I know at one point, I was questioning if she was feeling what I was feeling. She was sad as I was. And sometimes, we try to convince ourselves that just because we don't see it, that they aren't feeling what they're feeling. But breakups are hard for everybody involved. And there's a lot of emotions, we just show those things differently. I'm way more open with my emotions, and, she's way more private with hers, And I know that we were in love. I know that we had a really good thing going on, So I just need to, stop telling myself that, no, she didn't love you. No. That's not the case. She did. Again, the bulk of this falls on me, But again, it is what it is. And, I'm not going to do anything stupid. I'm not going to do anything reckless. I'm not going to do anything disrespectful or anything like that. I'm just going to continue to take each day one day at a time and have fun, So yeah, just checking in. So I wanted to give a little backstory. I've had about, I'll probably say 5 relationships in my life, 5 serious relationships, right? And I did a lot of things that I shouldn't have done in the first 3, right? And then in the 4th one, I was like, okay, I'm getting a little bit older. Like, I need to be more mature, and I need to, be responsible in this relationship, right? So I dedicated myself to finally being, a actual good boyfriend, right? And then that individual ended up doing something to me. And for the first time, I experienced what it felt like to be on the receiving end of something like that shouldn't happen. And it was such a shattering moment to me that I was like, damn, that's what I've been doing, And it was an eye-opening moment to me, right? And I was like, I need to work on myself. I need to heal myself. And I'm going to dedicate to, my personal growth for the next couple of years, right? For quite literally the next 5 or 6 years, I did not get into a serious relationship with anybody because I'm like, no, I need to work on myself. I need to learn a lot of things, about myself, right? And then my most recent ex, she came into my life, and this is when I knew, this is it. This is the one, like, this is the one I've been waiting for, and this is the time for me to showcase everything that I learned these couple of years working on myself. So I was all the way in from day one. Anything that I could possibly do to shower her with love, to shower her with support, to shower her with all those things, I did it without hesitation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally treated her, like a husband would treat their wife. And that's what makes this experience even more heart-wrenching, because I did all of those things, everything a woman could dream for, ask for, and it still didn't work, primarily because I still needed some growth to do, And then it puts me in a position like, okay, like, is there ever going to be a version of me that's finally ready to be a good or good enough boyfriend, So you could look at it that way, like, okay, right? Or you could look at it as, all right, well, maybe find the right person that's willing to work with you while you work on yourself. So, of course, you can look at it either way, because, you don't want to, because if you wait for yourself to be a perfect version of yourself, to be deserving of love or deserving of a relationship, then you're going to be single until the day you die, Like, you have to find that person for you that will accept you for who you are and how you are, and then work with you while you work on yourself, while you guys work on yourself, That it would seem as though that's common knowledge, but clearly it's not, But just wanted to give you guys a little bit of backstory about why this particular breakup is a little harsher than the previous ones. So yeah. Hey, so I just want to make something clear. I don't want these videos to come off so much of like me talking about her, but more so me and what I need to do to heal and what I need to do to grow and what I need to do to be a better person. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like, she's an amazing woman, one of the most amazing, probably the most amazing woman I've ever met in my entire life. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so yeah, this isn't about her. This is about me and my journey. So anyone that's going through this, like, remember, don't focus on them so much. Focus on you, your hurt, your pain, your feelings, and how to get you back to your place of peace, your place of safety. This is your journey. You know what I'm saying? And nobody can walk that journey for you. You're gonna have to do it. So just remember that. All right. So I want the boys to understand. I want the boys and the men to understand something. One of the most critical parts about dealing with breakups, and it's not limited to breakups, just relationships, friendships, just anything in general, right? Is respecting people's boundaries. And that is something that within this context was really difficult for me. Like, if someone tells you to not contact them, to leave them alone, to give them space, do that. No excuses, And that was hard for me to understand because, like, I'm a fixer. Like, whenever something's wrong, whether I did it or not, I have to fix it. I have to fix it immediately. And if I can't fix a problem, particularly a problem that I created, I lose my mind. I lose my mind. But that is something that I need to work on, and that is not an excuse to disrespect other people's wishes, to disrespect other people's boundaries. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you guys learn about, the no contact rule, whatever they call it, do that. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. If they want to reach out to you, they will. If they don't want to reach out to you, they won't. And think of it that way. Like, do you want to be reaching out to someone that you know that they don't even want to talk to you? Why would you want to do that to yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, you really have to think of it like, if this individual just broke it off with you, then obviously y'all are not on the same page. Y'all are not seeing the same thing, right? Do you really, as a self-respecting man, do you really want to come crawling back? You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody leaves you, why do you feel the need to chase after them? Like, you don't need to fix it. You don't need, obviously in some cases you do, if you were the one that was wronged. If you were the one that did something wrong. But still, if somebody says leave them alone, then leave them alone. But if you guys had a relatively good breakup, or even a bad breakup, but just not like a violent breakup or whatever, you know what I'm saying, then in most cases, respect their wishes. Just leave them alone. Don't try to fix stuff. Just let time do its thing, So that's, yeah, I just wanted to say that, like, oh, and another thing is, for you and your own self-esteem and you and your own confidence and your own self-worth, don't lose yourself trying to show someone why they should be in your life or you should be in their life, They already know those things about you. You guys already dated. They already know, you know what I'm saying? They've already weighed the pros and they've already weighed the cons, so they know that they're better off without you, And you don't need any more closure than that. You don't need you don't need just, and if you get into if you get into the act of always one more conversation, we just need to have a talk, then the talks are never gonna end. You're just gonna be in a continuous loop over and over and over and over again. And even if they do take you back, or even if you guys do get back together, what's gonna stop that from happening the next, like, a week from then, a month from then, a year from then? You know what I'm saying? Like, that daggone train. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's a lot. But moral of the story, respect people's boundaries. Leave them alone. Give them time, give them space. In that time, they may learn something new. In that time, they may realize that they made the right decision, And you just got to take it to the chin and move on, man. But yeah. Okay, so there are some pretty very telling things that happen during a breakup. Like whether it was your fault or whether it was or wasn't. So you quickly realize that obviously, when in some cases that, these people, they're not bad people. Like, she's not a bad person, I wasn't a bad person, But sometimes through these breakups, you start to realize if you were truly valued or if you were truly like appreciated. Like, considering all our faults, like, I may not have been the perfect, I don't know, respecter of boundaries, or I may not have been the perfect, and I'm just throwing out arbitrary things, not things that necessarily apply to me, but I may not have been the best communicator, you know what I'm saying? Or stuff like that. But then on the flip side, you may have been a great provider. You may have been a great nurturer. You may have been a great listener. Like you know what I'm saying? Kind of like you weigh the pros and the cons. And sometimes people forget the pros and just highlight the cons. And sometimes they forget, everything you did for them and all the things that were good. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easier to remember the bad things. And sometimes people go through these things and then they feel as though, okay, I need to leave this person because, one, they're not serving me anymore, or I need to leave this person because there's better out there for me, And sometimes people have to go through that. They have to experience other things to look at older things in a new light. Or sometimes they leave and then they do find better. And hopefully you're happy for them and you're not praying for their downfall or anything. But still, like, people, we have to experience things in order to appreciate things, But just remember that in most cases, everyone involved, they're not bad people, They just want what they want, and there's nothing you can do about it. Just be yourself, be honest, be faithful, be transparent. Give them your all. Like, the last thing you want to do is not give them your all, or a relationship not end because you didn't give your all, and now you're always wondering like would things have been different if you did give your all. I can wholeheartedly say that I gave my 100,000 billion gazillion %, and I can sleep comfortably at night knowing that I gave my all and it still didn't work, And after something like that, after doing that, you really don't need any more closure. I've given her every single opportunity to reach out to me and and for us to work on things and for us to talk on things, and that isn't what she wanted to do. And I can't force her, and I can't change her mind. She has to change her mind if she wants to change her mind, So you could sit on YouTube and you can watch all these videos about how to get your ex back and why is my ex mad at me, but most of those stuff is just like games and manipulation and stuff like that, and you don't want to get caught up in the psychological BS like that, So one thing I can say is work on yourself. Work on yourself. Work on yourself one day at a time. You might get them back, you might not get them back, but at the end of the day, as long as you're making yourself a better version for yourself and better for your friends and family and loved ones and everyone else in the future, you're winning, But yeah. Yo, this isn't a sad story, but I'm so upset with myself for even being in this position to begin with, right? When I tell y'all I had it good, I was a good ass woman, bro. She was a great woman. In almost every single way that you could possibly conceive, she was a good woman, great woman. Not perfect, obviously not perfect, but perfect for me, I'd say so. And I'm kind of getting happy. I'm kind of getting excited about this because, one, I think about the future. Who knows what the future could bring? You know what I'm saying? If we get reunited or not. But even if we don't, just when I think back, and we had some good times. We had some really, really good times, and it still makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? Because those are the times that everybody on this earth deserves. You know what I'm saying? Even if it isn't with that person, you know that one day you'll have it again with somebody else. And that type of stuff, it excites me. You know what I'm saying? It gets me happy about the future. Just being, you know, vulnerable and in love and happy again, you know, and just having a good time, you know. But I'm gonna end the video on this note. This is gonna be the last video I add to this, because love is a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. Don't ever let anybody shy you away from love. Don't ever let anybody shy you away from marriage or whatever, you know, is ideal for your situation. It's a beautiful thing, and give it your all. Always, always, always give it your all. And enjoy it while it lasts. You know, it may last a few weeks, it may last a couple of years, it may last a lifetime, but enjoy it for what it's worth. And always look on the bright side of things. Thank you guys for tuning in, paying attention to this journey. It's been 30 days, and actually a little bit more than 30 days, and I feel like me again, you know. Obviously, it didn't happen overnight, but one day at a time. So I just want everybody out there, boys, girls, men, women, love yourself. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. And just be happy. Be happy. Be healthy. And pray. Stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. Stay faith up. And do good. You know, do good, be good, no good. And then I'll end on that. I'm gonna end it off on one of my favorite quotes that I heard from someone else in another breakup video. If you could love the wrong person this much, imagine how much more you could love and experience love from the right person. If you could love the wrong person this much, imagine how much more you could love and how much more love you can experience with the right person. That's something to think about.